Dang it. I mean, open that. It's gonna be...
Oh, I see you. Oh my god, who just shot past me?
Don't mind me. Resources.
Resources? I'm watching a YouTube video on trying to reach enough
What was I just on something? At least she's honest. Bye, Joe.
Damn. Forgot I also... Oh, and you're almost dead, bro. I just died.
Hey, Patty, do me a favor. Throw a Jumpty Dumpty right here.
Where are you? Oh my god, actually, I'm blind. Don't look at me. Oh.
Come over here. Thank you.
Bro, you're beating up the poor guy. He was hiding from you.
Homie, I couldn't switch my characters because I was in battle with him. He was on the ground.
What's up, everyone? It's your favorite neighborhood pirate wolf boy, Silver D-Fang, saying, how's it going? So, session 4 of Night Shift, that's going to start soon. I know Blight is in the Discord, so he'll probably pop up soon. Raziel is going to take some time. CJ messaged us earlier. He's going through some tough times. So this week is also a no-go. We'll make it work. Hopefully he gets better, and hopefully he comes back next week. Yeah, that's the update. What did you guys think of Tuesday? Definitely some modifications needed, but it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm happy with the project for the most part. I've had people telling me it's like, oh, Twitch people don't care about this. Like, Twitch chat doesn't want something like this. I'm like, Twitch chat keeps saying how they want new shit. Like, this is new shit. I'm gonna make it look better. I'll make them enjoy it. Or they'll go do all their shit. Like, there's, like, millions of Twitch streamers. So, yeah, that argument, I just think, like, yeah, okay. Moving on. I'm gonna continue. Like, that's not really, like, it... That's not... I'm a part of a lot of VTuber Discords, and the amount of talk of, like, how can I manipulate the numbers in, like, what games do I gotta play? I'm like, first of all, play shit that you enjoy, because chat can fucking tell. But also, just be real. If you can play anything or do anything, and if you if you put your personality into it, it'll work. It takes time and effort, man. Huh. With that being said, I did hear you come in. Hi, Blight.
Hello. I'm sorry if I am interrupting anything.
No, this is just my opening spiel to my chat.
Okay.
Tuesday, I did a new project for the first time. So just asking what did they think, and talking about some of the feedback I've gotten behind the scene.
Oh, nice. What was the project, if I may ask?
Yeah. So it's something I've been wanting to do since I started VTubing, which was bring in a sense of performance. I did monologues from movies and TV shows.
Oh.
I am a trained actor. I have been for a decade. So I was kind of teaching people like little details behind the scenes stuff. How do you break down like a new like monologue or a new like script? And I was just doing stuff that doing characters and stuff that I've never seen before for the first time. That was the whole idea. And then I connected I had a random emotion generator. So after I did it like normally, I would just do it of that emotion, bring it in improv.
Nice. And so you're essentially not hosting a class, but you're demonstrating your theatrical abilities.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it hosting a class, because it was definitely 90% shenanigans and 10% info. I'm just saying that I leaned, I was whenever I could bring in something that someone might not know, I did. But for the most part, it was me just looking at a script and being like, okay, what do I think? I was talking out loud. Pretty much, I was doing what I would do normally for a performance, but just speaking out loud.
Nice. And Razil's here.
Hey, Raz. He's muted.
Hello. Yeah, sorry. Sorry I was a bit late, yeah.
No, you're just fine.
Yeah.
Gotta get the stretches out.
Yeah. So have you guys done the recap and and
literally
Yeah.
we just started talking. You're good, bud.
You hopped in at just the right time. Now, yes. Now, before we begin, are there any questions that you would like to ask at all?
Well, first of all, we should just ask, chat if they could actually hear us or not.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yep.
And chat hear us. Do we not need to start screaming in loud metal rock voice?
I just turned volume on the chat.
Know,
about 80%, you can hear people.
80%.
80%.
Yeah, at 80%
More
volume,
power.
you can hear us pretty well. So I think that's fine.
It's okay.
Okay.
Just make it 100%. Make sure to hear us all the time.
Maximum effort. But yes. Okay. So, if there are no other questions,
Adversary tokens, I guess. We just take our down and we do recap, I guess.
so for adversity tokens, Raziel, you should have currently 16.
Oh, 16? Okay, I'll just update it to 16.
Okay. And Silver, you should have 14.
Sounds good.
Okay. Do-do-do.
Now we just go to recap mode.
Yep. And with that link in that bar, we enter.
The Flabby Bot.
Yes. Enter Flavabot with our musical escapades. Because last time on Night Shifters, our duo here, along with the help of Dave, found the lair of the skunk beasts and the source that was powering them. However, along with that discovery, earlier in the day, another discovery was made, as Dougie found that Pam was in some way tied to the silence and was seemingly controlling it, or something of that nature. And apparently she is part of the apocalypse, question mark? But all of that's irrelevant, because it does appear that a new party has entered. One that should be awfully familiar to at least one of you, as Dougie's friend, Scuzzy, has appeared in a suit with a smile and a sense of ominous foreboding. But those answers are to be determined, and that time is now. And with that, what would you like to do as the two of you stand in a world that appears to be currently frozen? It's off in its coloring, as it seems almost monochrome in a way. And as you stand there over the glowing mass of tied skunks that's powering the skunk beasts, and the frozen image of Pam holding her metronome, what do you do as you see Scuzzy standing off in the distance?
So it's literally the only people not frozen is us two and Scuzzy. Even Pam is frozen.
Correct.
Interesting. Yeah, Dougie says, "Ah, Scuzzy, since when did you own a suit?"
Oh, right. Sorry. That got away from me for a second. You know this person, correct? As he points to himself.
Yeah, Scuzzy, I know you. You're Scuzzy.
Yes, I am. Now, friend, if you could do me the courtesy of handing over that object behind you, as he points to the skunks.
No can do, Scuzz. That thing is creating all of these gnarly beasts. You don't want to touch it, bro.
Oh, really? Seems dangerous.
Oh,
Maybe
it's
you two
so
should
dangerous.
just step out the way and let maybe some other people handle it.
No, it's all.
instead.
Remember, bro, we're slayers now. I told you this earlier today. This is our job, bro. We are the professionals. Righteous. Air guitar.
Ah. Right. Earlier today. Would either of you like to make a brains roll?
Dougie does not.
Sure, I can try making one then.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh wait, I think I got an explosion for this one.
Okay. Nice.
Let me roll another d8. That.
Roll it up.
And do I just add another +1 to it, I guess? Or
Yes. Yes, you do.
does that mean I get like a +2 technically? Nice. I'm not complaining.
Okay.
It's 9 plus 7, so 16.
You are able to notice that, obviously, from what limited understanding you know of Dougie, this is very clearly not Scuzzy. And if you couldn't already tell by his dress, his way of speaking, and his mannerisms, you can tell because of two things. One, his eyes are black, and two, his skin seems loose.
Yeah, that probably should have given it away.
Yeah, loose skin, moisturizing, the whole thing.
And you see that Scuzzy walks forward a bit and says, You know, friend, it would be very beneficial for both of us if you could just hand over the skunk. As I think it should just be gotten rid of, don't you agree?
I feel like Karn would just waste no time and just try to use the flamethrower onto the skunk beast source and try to destroy it immediately.
Okay. I'm going to need a tough roll from. Well, no.
Not tough.
Okay. No, not tough. Grit.
Brawn, right? Grit. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, grit makes sense.
Alright.
Black-eyed Scuzzy is probably giving off a pretty terrifying aura, so yeah, grit makes sense.
Let's see. This one. Go for it. No. God damn it. Should I roll? Should I spend some points or just wait? I think I'll just wait this one
Would
out.
you like to?
No, then.
Okay. You try as best. Okay. Well then. You try as best as you can, but you can't even move the trigger of the flamethrower. It seems as if even the device itself is frozen, even to your touch. And as Scuzzy sees you do this, you see that his smile immediately drops, and he gives you a flat-eyed stare as he just says, I'm always so annoyed having to do these performances, but at least you make it easy. Okay, I am going to need a brains roll as you see Scuzzy just immediately apparate in front of you.
I'm guessing this is both of us, correct?
Yes.
Okay. This is so good. Brains, right?
Brains.
Yes.
Mm.
Dougie rolls a 2.
Okay.
Let me roll for mine. I roll a 4.
Not much better.
The two of you watch as Scuzzy's hands wrap around your throat and you are lifted into the air. And as your vision becomes blurry and dark, you see that Scuzzy walks past you, barely caring about your presence. And as he bends down and picks up the skunk, you see something. I would like either of you to make me a sharp roll to see if you catch it.
Sharp.
Wait, what roll? Sharp. I don't.
That's
there's
not.
no such roll.
Yeah.
Oh wait, was it not labeled? Oh yeah, nope. Sorry, brains. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong sheet.
Alright. Why? Why am I rolling so badly now?
Okay.
2.
It's some glimmering piece of metal attached to his shirt, but just as you see it glint in the distance, your vision goes black, and you feel yourself fall. Mud splatters your face, and as you slowly regain your strength, you just watch as Dougie carries the skunk away.
You mean Scuzzy?
Hmm?
Yes, you mean
You mean
Scuzzy.
Scuzzy, not... Yeah, Scuzzy, not Dougie. Dougie's the
Yeah,
player.
Scuzzy. And you watch Scuzzy walk away, and as he does, you see color return to the world. And in that moment, you see that Pam is visibly confused, along with Dave, as you see him just staring at the two of you as you are now on the ground, not where
Yeah.
you once were. And you see that Pam is visibly scared as she just begins to stagger backwards. And she says, "Oh no. Nope. No, it started. Okay, it started." And you see her flick the metronome, and immediately she seems to disappear. Now, would one of you boys like to explain to me what the fuck just happened?
Oh, my bro Scuzzy
Oh.
showed up with a really nice suit, no eyes, and wrinkly skin, and kind of kicked our asses and took the skunk.
Wait, he took the skunk? Wait, black eyes?
Yeah, it
What are
was,
you talking about?
yeah, it was gnarly, bro.
I think Connor just picked himself up from the mud. I think... Do you know who that was?
Who, who, you mean the girl?
No, I meant the guy. The guy in the suit. Con was looking at, Dougie.
Yeah, you've met him too. That's Dougie's best bro, Scuzzy. He was there with us at the gas station when we were all forced to start cleaning.
Right. Where does he work right now? Right now?
Scuzzy just got a new job at I'm okay.
Eosoff.
Thank you. Scuzzy just got a new job at that new company, Eosoff. Apparently, he's doing like random paper shit.
Piosoff?
Yeah,
Parnassus?
yeah, that's the company.
Alright. Okay. I think I might have a inkling of a clue then. At least we know where to go investigate next then.
This is a lovely communication. I'd like to say that first. You just gotta love positive communication with one another. However, I would like to be filled in because my question wasn't answered. What the fuck just happened?
Oh, we got silenced again. And yeah, Scuzzy, black-eyed, wrinkly skin.
Okay, I understand the silence. What do you mean he had wrinkly skin and black eyes?
Like nothing. Like it was pitch black, and his skin was wrinkly. I don't know what else Dougie bro could say, bro.
Maybe it could be possession of some kind.
Possession. I mean, well, that does follow. And he's the only one that you've seen with these black eyes, as you say.
So far I've seen, bro. Also, there you go.
Hmm.
There you go, chat. That is Scuzzy.
Then maybe. Then maybe, just maybe, something real terrible has happened to your friend there.
That's
Oh.
what it seems like. And he also took away the source too.
Oh yeah, no, that's bad. But if what I think happened has happened, it's way worse. Because, see, you know how I spoke about, the main sources, the big ones, like the moon and the silence.
Yeah, go on.
Well, it would appear that your friend maybe uh he's either possessed by one of them or he's been fully, consumed by one of them.
Oh, that's gnarly, bro. What can we do to save Scuzzy?
Well, the best thing you can do for your friend Skizzy is to plant a fresh 9mm in whatever's left of his noggin there.
Funny, bro. But no, seriously, like we gotta help Scuzzy.
Yeah, and the best thing you can do to help Skizzy right now is to bury him. Because whoever that is parading around in his skin may look like him, may sound like him, but it's not him. Not anymore.
We're Scuzzy.
Nah, bro. Nah. This is not happening. Nope. I gotta go, bros. I gotta go. Dougie runs off in kind of a mental panic.
Okay, you do so. And as Dave watches you leave, you see that he turns to you, Karn, and says, "Now, what can you tell me about this Scuzzy character? Is there anything suspicious, any connections that you may have? Because I know you've been reading those books a lot more."
Yeah, I believe he's working underneath the same company I am, so technically speaking, if I go in, I have at least a reason to be on the place where he's at.
Well, that's awful convenient.
Ha.
Yeah, there's also another problem too. He knows what I look like, so that's also another problem.
That is also true. I cannot deny that. Is there any way that you can sneak some of us inside, maybe?
Maybe I could find out if there's any more janitor uniforms, probably. Maybe have tell them that I have a crew coming along or something. Maybe.
And
If I'll try to ask if there's a big job that needs multiple people.
also, there you go, chat. That's what I imagine Dave to look like.
Well, if you think it'll help, let's discuss these details in the morning. It's been a long night for all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear that last part?
No, sorry, I did not. What do you say after I talk? Sorry, I kind of missed that part.
No, it's fine. He said, well, let's discuss the details in the morning. It's been a long night for all of us.
Alright, yeah, sure. You be safe.
You too. And hey, try not to get a black eye on the way. Finger guns.
Finger guns.
Okay. And Karn, what do you do as you go back home?
Let's see. I just go ahead and check out my equipment, I guess, to see what I have. If I maybe just wash up my clothes,
Among your items, you find that you actually have something on you currently. It appears to be a shattered tooth.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Um, no, I won't have you make a brains roll. It's clearly not a human tooth, as it
Okay.
seems to be more shark-like and sharp. But the way that it's curved doesn't make sense because the way that it's curved, it's almost hook-like, as if this should be more like an incisor. But from what you can tell, this is more like a frontal tooth that's curved in a certain direction.
Would I recall the size of, the teeth being a match for the beast that we fought?
That you probably have to roll for.
Well, actually, no, I can just tell you since you just fought them, and the answer is no.
No. Interesting. How did I even get such a teeth? Huh.
Oh shit.
I...
Nope.
Yeah.
Not metagaming. I have an idea.
Okay. And Karn.
Karn would just look at the tooth before deciding, you know what? More research, of course. The man doesn't rest.
Just like, okay, gotta get another pot of coffee. Let's do this.
Another pot of tea, let's go.
Okay. And as you do that, Karn, Dougie, what do you do as you run into the night?
Sweating, panicking, probably a little bit of crying. Dougie, where were we exactly? We were at a park?
Yes. You were in Amnesty Park.
Dougie runs into the forest, deeper in the forest, runs out of breath, starts just breathing heavy, and
Silver, you're kind of breaking up, sorry.
Yeah, a little bit.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Okay, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, Dougie goes into the forest, breathing heavily. Starts to get his thoughts in line. And realizing that he's on the urge of a panic attack, takes out some weed and smoke.
Okay. And as you do that, you hear... No. In the distance.
Oh, hey, Pam!
Not too far from you. As you say it, you as you see that she begins to scramble away, but falls and slips in some of the leaves.
Oh, shit. Are you okay, bro? Here, take a puff. It helps me calm down, and trust me, I need it. You probably do too, bro.
You see that she looks up at you, and it's a face that you've never seen on Pam, as she looks just completely terrified. Mascara's running down her cheeks. She has like a small crust of a snot mustache forming, and it seems like she's just spent like a solid few minutes just sitting in one place and crying. And then she takes the blunt from your hands and starts smoking it, just shakily.
Slowly,
We're done.
slowly,
We're
let
done.
it,
We're
let
dead.
it, let it breathe. What do you mean? What do you mean, bro? What do you mean that we're dead, Pam? Bro, Pam, bro.
All I had to do.
Oh, by the way, we're sitting on trunks, like trunks of wood. I don't know. Just painting a picture.
Nice. And as the two of you sit on a weathered tree trunk, as Pam smokes, she's just shaking and bouncing her leg as she says, "We're all doomed. That's it. We're all doomed. World's ending." I had one fucking job.
You said that earlier, bro, but what do you mean?
Well, so you may know this already, but our town is weird.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's a lot of weird creatures here.
Oh, that's true, bro.
But one of the weirdest of them is something that you literally cannot see or hear. And it came to me one time and essentially gave me a job. As long as I follow the orders, I and the rest of the town stay safe. But I couldn't even do that. I couldn't even fucking do that.
Your job. Wait, do you mean at the cat cafe?
No, Dougie, no. All I had to do was find and destroy the glowing orbs of power, like those random totem things. I just had to find them, destroy them, and then make sure that none of those, skin-wearing fuckers took them. But apparently one of them did.
Oh, bro, it sounds like we have the same job. It sounds like you're a slayer too. That's literally what I do, bro.
What?
Yeah, me and the janitor dude that you just saw me with, and a little kid that's back at our base, and the guy that looks like the actor from Holes. Yeah, we're all slayers. Our job is to protect the community against supernatural beings.
And you see that as you say that to her, she just looks at you with a look of, "Are you serious? What am I doing with my life?" As she's just like, "You guys were here the entire time, so I was doing this for nothing."
Oh, I wouldn't say that, bro.
How else would you put it? I have been running around town with this stupid metronome, just taking people's stuff and breaking them, all so that way you guys could do the exact same thing and not have to fear about getting forgotten by everyone in the world.
Heck, you know what? Sometimes a job takes more people. More the merrier, bro. We all just have to come together and work for, work on the project together.
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Hey, Dragon.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
It's fine. And you just see Pam begin to wipe her eyes as he says, "It doesn't matter. Well, they got the source and now the world's doomed, so
What can
happy apocalypse. Or pre-apocalypse, I guess."
what can not Scuzzy do with a bunch of wrapped up skunks?
What do you mean, not Scuzzy?
Oh, apparently,
Wait,
Appar-
it wasn't a woman in a blue suit?
no, it was Scuzzy with black eyes. Apparently, if Dave Bro is correct, someone possessed Dave and took over his body. I don't know how to say this, Pam, but Scuzzy's dead. Fuck.
How many of
That
them did
that
you
that
see?
hurts.
How
This.
many of them have you seen?
Oh god, that hurts really to say. Damn. Oh, sorry. You were saying something, Pam.
You see that-
I'm just thinking about the mental breakdown of knowing that my best friend's dead. But yes, talk over me.
You see, no, because you see that Pam like immediately zeroes in on you and like focuses as she just says, "How many of them did you see? Like, how many of them have you seen?"
Like of Scuzzies or black-eyed motherfuckers.
People with black eyes. People with black eyes. How many of them have you seen?
Just the one, bro.
Okay. So maybe, okay, I can work with that. We can work with that. That's okay. That's not a lot. Okay. So, Dougie, I'm going to trust you for a little bit stoner that you are, you seem somewhat reliable and taking this pretty well.
Haha. Thanks, bro. It's the weed. I just ran off from everyone when they told me that I had to kill Scuzzy because he's already dead. It's still hurting, but yeah. I guess there's no point in, lying to myself.
That is completely true, and this is not a trauma contest. So,
Oh, okay, bro.
I am going to help you guys. We are going to kill these black-eyed bastards, and after that, I am going to just take the world's longest nap, and then leave this podunk, stupid, snowy hick town. Okay?
Bro, it's summer. There's no snow. But yeah, okay.
And as you see her, and as you correct her, you just see her go like, "Are you really interrupting me in my monologue?" Before going like, "Oh wait, yeah, I did interrupt you," and just like nod and just like,
Nah, it's okay, bro. We're both feeling a lot of emotions. Come on, hug, Dougie. Come on, you want a hug.
roll charm.
Okay, but you also have to roll on charm.
I have to roll antisocial.
Oh fuck, Pam probably has a 20 in that. I got an 8.
Okay,
Which out of 10, not bad.
true. Oh, whoops. I forgot to put the slash. There we go. Why are you not working now? Okay. You see that Pam sighs and just goes like, "You better not tell anyone about this," as she just wraps you in a hug. And you find that despite her very pale skin, she is surprisingly warm.
Come here. Yep. Let all the emotions out. Let Dougie take all the bad feelings away. Come here.
And as the two of you sit there on the log, hugging and consoling each other, and as Carnaster studies in the dark, Dave goes about his way. And as he does so, night slowly fades into day. Dougie, how did you spend the night?
After talking to Pam, Pam seemed really shooken up, so Pam came back to the bunker, and she took the bed, and Dougie took the couch in the other room, and yeah, they went back to the bunker.
Okay. And as you did so, you see that Pam entrusted the metronome to you before going to sleep, as if she didn't want to be near it at all.
Just to make sure, metronome, metronome.
Yes.
Yep.
Like the things that keep track of music.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, and she entrusted it to you for the night.
Yep, still shoving it in my bag.
Okay. And as it's in your bag, you can feel that it doesn't really call to you, but it has the same effect as a small bag of air fresheners would. It's inviting, but it's so strong that it's off-putting.
Pine.
Okay. And as you spent that night, Carnester, what did you do for the night?
Let's see. I would probably go visit. I'd probably just do a little bit of internet searching.
Okay.
Is it too late for the library to be open again? Once again.
It is. It is nighttime, so the library is closed,
Hmm.
as it is. But through your internet searches, you are able to notice and find something. You are able to find that there is a single article. Well, not a single article. It is a clipping of an article that's linked to an online forum that is called truthunveiled.com. And it's almost like a Reddit like thread, as you see that it is talking about Piasoff.
Alright. I see. I would scroll through it and see what information I could pick up from it.
The information that you pick up from this thread is as follows. The image in the picture that dates to around the first establishment of Piasoff dates around 1987. Among the people in that picture, there are currently 5. Of those people, you can only recognize one, which is a woman who you recognize to be Jan Perez.
Okay.
You also notice she looks the exact same in the photo as she does when you last saw her.
Okay.
Along with that, you are aware, if not by general news and press media, that there are over 15 different companies that are owned by Piasoff, partnered by Piasoff, or sponsored by Piasoff. And
Okay.
these companies range in food, pharmaceuticals, and even sporting events.
Okay.
And the last thing that seems to be the one that's most discussed is how they keep targeting small, secluded areas in rural America, notably being North Dakota, Montana, Iowa, Michigan, and your area, Minnesota.
Spiral. She's a lizard person.
Got to give the people what they want.
Yes, she is. She could be. Spiral, she could be. Would I find out anything involving monsters that might have the same tooth, or just all just Piasoff stuff?
From that thread, it's mainly Piasoff stuff, but please make me a brains roll if you can see if it's familiar.
Okay. Roll. Do a barrel roll.
You know, I'm starting to realize without our smart, nerdy kid, our brains are not doing well.
Without the main brains of the group, our brains are bad.
Yeah, can we get more?
Different brain.
Can we get more running and jumping over fire? Our characters are good at that.
Let's see, 7. Is that enough, or do I need to spend some points for it?
The DC for this one is 13.
No, it is fine then. I'll probably just save it just for if I guess I need to use shooty and whatnot.
Okay. And with that partial success, you learn this. That tooth shape is indeed familiar, and it reminds you of a photo that you looked through during your initial read at the library. So there is a good chance that it belongs to an entity residing in your area.
Well, at least I have a lead that's good enough for me. Good enough for me to at least, turn over tonight and, decide I'm visiting the library tomorrow morning.
Turns out there's some sexy things in your area.
Oh no.
I was about to say, there's some evil monsters in your area.
and they're just waiting to talk to you.
Oh no. Do I get to bring the flamethrower?
I feel like
You always bring the flamethrower on your first date? Yes.
it's
Yes. Karn is like, yes.
it's my safety blanket.
Yeah, it's my safety word. Flamethrower.
You don't say the
This is
word,
my
you just
comfort
get fired.
flamethrower.
If the date goes well, you'll see my party flamethrower.
Okay. But as the sun rises on a new day, you do get a call, both of you. And would you like to pick it up?
Oh yeah, Dougie will.
Okay. And you hear, "Where are you kids? I should have been. Oh man. I knew I shouldn't have left you to protect my store. You just abandoned it. And you went on a hunt without me."
You were busy at the hospital, old man, bro. Also, what are you talking about? I'm literally under your store right now in your bunker.
Wait, you are?
Yeah, me and Pam.
Who's Pam? And you hear some rustling as you hear, yeah, who's Pam? And also, who the fuck did you let into the bunker? This is, usually supposed to be a secret operation.
Oh, hi, Ann. It's good to hear that you're not dead.
Why would I be dead? Janitor guy, did you tell him I was dead?
No, I did not. I said nothing.
Well, last time we checked, you were in a coma. So, I guess technically I don't mean dead, but awake?
It was a concussion, a mild one at that. See, I told you the motorcycle helmet was useful, and it's also cool. You gotta admit, that's cool now. Just give me that. Just get out here. Dave said he's coming soon, so get on. And also, where's that? And also, get the girl. Cause why? Why are you telling people about our secret plans? Usually they just say you're crazy, and then they put you out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Oh, it's really complicated. It's not really Dougie's place to tell about Pam's mental issues. That's up to Pam to tell people about, what she's comfortable about talking about herself. I'm just being a good friend. It's not really my right to tell other people. Sorry, old man, bro.
Yeah, well, whatever. Just get out here. Okay. And as you wake up and you find that the phone clicks, you, Dougie, hear some rumbling from above.
Oh, guess someone's in the store. I'll go check it out.
What you climb up to see is the old face, the old familiar face, I should say, of O'Sullivan, as he's just staring at you and saying, "Why'd you let someone into my bunker?"
I'm... Can I roll for story to bring in a character?
Like, what do you mean to bring in a character? You can just make up a character.
I'm hoping that Pam being in the bunker will cut me off and she'll do the right thing and tell O'Sullivan, because Dougie wants to be the good person and not tell people her trauma. So Dougie repeats what he said on the phone. I can't say anything, old man, bro. It's not up to me. It's not up to Dougie. It's up to Pam to tell you, her issues.
Well, get her out there. We need to actually know if she... And you just hear... I can hear you, right? And also, why did you bring me back? I have a house. I live places, right? I have a bed. Thank you, but... Also, why is there a bunker here? Why are we under the gas station?
Also, why did you assume that you were knocked out? We walked here together, bro.
No, I think I was just stupid high. But also... Wait, no, please don't tell me I did anything embarrassing.
No, no, no. It's all good. You had the whole room to
Okay.
yourself. Dougie is a gentleman. Dougie does not do that.
As you say that, you see that she narrows her eyes in great suspicion. Anyway, wait, isn't that the crazy old dude?
Yep. He's also the crazy old Slayer dude.
What are you doing telling the secrets, gosh dang it?
Well, see, I won't. Yeah, I got
I
nothing.
mean, like, yeah. I do remember that part. You said that you kept saying you were part of the secret society that was doing my job for me. I remember that part.
Yep.
But also, just one question.
Oh, sure, no,
Why-
bro. I mean, sure, no problem, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't the question. Why do you have? Is it legal to have this bunker here? And as she says that, you see that O'Sullivan just like pauses for a moment. Never mind. Just get her out the bunker. We got some stuff to discuss.
Oh, okay, bro.
Okay.
We're out of the bunker.
And as you get out of the bunker, Karn, what do you do as you wake up in the new day after receiving the phone call?
Just prepping and maybe going back to the site, seeing if there's any new developments to the little forum.
Okay. And what developments are you essentially looking for in the forum? Like images? Or wait, did you add like a message to it?
Yeah, I wanted to just see, any future plans. I was like asking for like future plans or developments that they have in mind. I just want to know if there's like anything special like that.
I'm gonna need you to roll charm to see if people were willing to divulge this information to you from just one post. You need more karma. You need more Reddit karma.
God damn it. My character's not very charming at all. No. I'll be amazed if I somehow got an explosion.
It's not too high of a DC. You just gotta meet a 10.
Application did not respond, no. D4. Charm. No. Oh, I got an explosion. Nice.
Okay. There. See, it's not that hard. Just roll again.
That's what they said. Charm explosion. That's a 7.
Okay. With the 7, you're able to learn and understand that the most important news that's possibly going to be out there has been advertised. As you see a lot of comments saying, fake fan, fake theorist, look at the news, literally just read. Are you even really trying? You see just a lot of those comments.
Should I spend some adversary points to get some random one comment that actually the nice comment?
You can. You only need 3.
Okay, yeah, I'll spend 3 then.
Okay. What you receive is a comment linking you to a news article. It is an article that details that PSOF will be conjoining its respective companies onto one campus in the middle of rural Kentucky.
Road trip.
And you see that the announcement comes from one of the lead representatives for PSOF, a woman by the name of Jan Perez.
I see, okay. Could I ask that same person if they have any more information about Jan Perez?
They begin to send. Do you like personally DM them?
Yeah.
Okay. And you DM.
While he's looking for a name, just a heads up, chat, if this is your first time. Blight has a interesting sense of humor. Yes, Jan Perez is literally the president. And also, we live in the town of Psy-Op. So get used to that sense of humor.
Oh, okay. There it is. Okay. I shouldn't say it that loudly. You come in contact with an individual known as Data Pack,
Oh.
but it's
Nice.
like in elite speak, so it's D4T4, like you know.
Oh.
And as they have that small streamline open, and you message them, you see that they respond and say, "Why Jan Perez? What's up with her?"
Karn would just pause a bit and think about how he wants to answer this. She seems to be a very prominent figure, and people at the top tend to be the most suspicious. I would just reply back to them.
Okay. You see, true, facts. Are you sure you're not one of the Black Eye conspiracy guys?
I would just pause and just reply back, well, that makes it the same for me. I don't know if I'm talking to someone that's also not a black eye, right?
You see that they like type question mark. What do you mean?
Well, never mind, but no, I am not a black eye. But it's good to know that there is someone that knows about it, though.
And you see that like they pause for a moment, and then another, and then they type, "Are you new to the forum?"
White.
And then it's just like, and then you just see like zeros with the shocked emoticon just like spammed a bunch before saying makes a lot of sense, and they just begin to post. They post 3 links. One of them is a photo of Jan Perez. There appears to be 2 of them. They're taken from slightly different angles, almost as if they were taken in quick succession. And you see one of them has her with normal eyes, and then right after that, they seem to be black, almost as if in that instance they flickered between them. The second one is a small diagram showing that the locations of the PSOF headquarters, the areas that they've built in, mainly trim the upper parts of the continental United States, almost as if they're building a wall against the northern continent of Canada.
Oh.
And finally,
They built a wall. Oh no.
It's about time. It was about time that we were put into our place, us filthy Canadians.
and and finally, the last thing you see is an energy bill for PSOF. And what you can see that's mainly highlighted in this bill is that heating and cooling are the most expended on, almost as it's literally more than food, water, and electricity is heating and cooling.
I see. I would type back, thank you for the information. I'll be looking further into it. Be safe.
And you see that they type, ha ha, yeah right, we're always being watched.
Well, at least we got something done.
Okay. Would you like to go to the gas station, the 365?
Yep, of course.
Okay. And as Karn makes his way to the gas station, Dougie, you and Pam are now just standing in the gas station as you see that Frankie just kind of glares at Pam from behind O'Sullivan as the two just like kind of look her up and down. It's just like, huh? As yep. And O'Sullivan just turns to you and says, "Can we trust her? Is she like, I don't know, a spy or something? Oh wait, please don't tell me Dave brought her. Fucking Dave."
Nah, it's okay. Pam is chill. I've known her for a while. Nah, also, she works for the Cat Cafe and apparently a ghost lady. So, no Dave.
And as you mentioned that, you see that Frankie just like, oh yeah, she's the girl that makes the shitty nachos.
That's mean, Frankie. Those are awesome nachos, and you know it.
And you see that Pam just turns to you and is like, no, they're pretty bad. You know we like recycle the chips, right?
That explains a lot.
Yeah, it probably does. But question, what do you mean by ghost lady? And you see that Frankie also turns and is like, yeah, what do you mean by ghost lady?
Well, didn't you tell me that a woman in the silence told you to collect the items of power? Sounds like a ghost lady to me.
And immediately as you say that, you see that Frankie draws her gun and points it at Pam. It's like, you see, you need to mention things in a... You really bury the lead here, okay? I know you're on a lot of drugs, but we don't
Yeah.
work with people that help the fucking monsters. You got that? I know you're new, but that's like rule number 1.
Bro, what is a monster but just an awful human? We can't just label stuff as monsters just because we don't like something, bro.
I think when they kill people and, eat them, they're pretty fucking monstrous. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like that's kind of obvious.
Pam, do you eat people?
No. What?
Well, then she's not a monster.
You see... You see that visibly both Frankie and Pam are just like, I feel like you're missing the point. But you do see that Pam is just like, okay, so, actually I can... And you see that she, reaches for something before noticing and remembering that she currently is not holding her metronome.
Oh, are you looking for your clicker thing? Yeah, you handed it to me to hold on to it. I have it in my bag. Here it is.
And as you say that and hand the bag, you see that O'Sullivan's just like, what are you doing? And he reaches out his cane to try and swipe the bag. And I'm going to need a flight roll from you.
I was about to say I want to do a flight roll. Oh, that didn't work.
Yeah, it's complicated sometimes because you have to make sure that it's in the actual bar that pops up.
I kind of want to use my tokens for this.
Okay, and that's a DC of 15.
Fuck.
That's a lot.
I really don't want O'Sullivan to have this. But I don't have that many. I only have 14.
Yeah.
Now I gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Okay. You let him take it, and now you have 15. So
Thank you
that's
for
now
counting that
15.
as a fail.
Yes.
Because technically, I guess that depends on the person. Most people might not see that as a fail, but I have a I have an idea of where I want Dougie to go.
Okay. And as O'Sullivan swipes the bag from you and looks inside of it, you just see him look for a second and then look back at Pam, and he says, "Yeah, waste her. She's literally a mom." And you just see him just like start fumbling around. He's like, "Where's my gun? Where do we keep? Where's my gun, Frankie? Where'd you put my gun?" Okay, Dougie, what would you like to do?
uh, Bro, uncool. That's not yours. It's Pam's. Give it back to her.
Yeah, I don't know if you. I know you're still really, really new to this, but this isn't just a metronome. This is a goddamn source. You know the things we had to destroy, and now you got your girlfriend over here just prancing around with one of them, and you expect us not to think that she's a monster. I mean, for all we know, she could suddenly start spouting. I don't know. Actually, no. What would the silence sprout? Like tentacles or something? I don't know.
Sorry, just 1 second.
No
Yeah,
problem.
go ahead.
As Silver does that, Karn, what do you do as you're on your way to the 365?
I hope I just turn on the radio to see if there's anything to the news, to the local news.
Tuning in now to PsyOp's Greatest Hits. Today we've got I Always Feel Like They're Watching Me. And you just hear that song start playing. Somebody's watching me. Got the
Karn just
backseat.
sighs. A little bit too on the nose, huh? Alright.
Okay. And as you eventually reach the 365, you walk in to a scene where you see Sullivan fumbling around for a gun while Frankie holds her gun at Pam as Dougie is trying to argue with O'Sullivan. What would you like to do?
Morning everyone. Not exactly every day I see a standoff here. What's the problem?
Frankie turns to you and says, "Well, the problem is your friend over here, the druggy one. He brought this chick into our place of business. She was told a bunch of our secrets. She was let into the bunker, and on top of that, she's carrying a source around with her like it's a goddamn purse. So, our opinion is just to waste her right here and now, but he's doing a lot of this yapping and not a lot of shooting, so your opinion would be pretty helpful in convincing him, I would say."
I will say, what exactly does it do? What your name is? He looks towards Pam. Karn looks towards Pam's direction.
Basically, when you turn it on, it just makes you invisible to the world, essentially. It wraps you in silence, quite literally.
I say we use it then. Used it to sneak inside a building, and I also got a lead on the source, bigger source than what we have with this thing.
Okay, charm roll, please.
Oh god. I am not gonna charm myself out of this. You think I could maybe use brains or logic my way out of it?
Sure, you can use brains to try and brain your way out.
Okay. Sure. Brains, hooray! Don't fail me now. Oh, why?
They failed you.
It failed
They
me
failed
so
you
bad.
now.
Failed me so badly. How much would I need to convince them?
You just need. You need a 10.
A 10. 10, I mean, I need it, so I just need to spend 8. Alright. I'll take it then, sure, an 8.
Okay. As you do so, you see that Frankie just lowers her gun and says, fine, she can come along. And you just see that Pam was just like, you didn't really need the gun for all, you literally could have just asked, well, I'm sorry, but monsters are everywhere, and we can't really trust people, especially when they can take any kind of form. It's kind of difficult. True, but also, never mind, I don't really have a counter for that.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
No problem. Karn successfully diffused the situation with logic and facts.
Yay. At the cost of adversity tokens, but it's fine. It's worth it.
Yeah. And Dougie, you watch as Frankie lowers her gun and reluctantly agrees to let Pam help with the group's operation, as she just swats at O'Sullivan's leg saying, "Oh man, stop fucking, we don't need your gun." "No, but we need it. We'll definitely need it. I know I got it here somewhere." And you just see him just like rummaging in the back like a raccoon.
Oh, thank you, biker lady, bro.
Yeah, don't thank me yet, because guaranteed the second she turns on us, I'm gonna tell you I told you so, and then I'm gonna shoot her in the leg.
Okay, that's fair.
Barry. And you see that she just begins to stretch and go, "Okay, so, oh yeah, you had a plan, didn't you, janitor man?"
Yeah, I did. I was apparently pissed off. The company that I'm working for is most likely behind it, this whole thing. And they have a very high when it comes to heating and cooling. So, considering I've seen the interior of their heating and cooling, I think I have an idea for why they need it.
Okay, and that would be?
Bodies. So they could possess whatever it is, they could possess bodies, probably.
Makes sense, but wouldn't you think that'd be kind of hard, especially when they have, like, so many employees? I mean, like, they've got, like, buildings in almost every state, right? Or something like that.
Wouldn't be too. Depends. Are the employees possessed or not?
I mean, okay, how many do you think are possessed? Because here's the thing, I'm not gonna go to jail on a hunch.
Fair enough, fair enough. That's the problem, isn't it? Well, I was thinking I was gonna try to sneak you in as maybe my kind of crew that helps me with janitor stuff. Or we try going in with a little bit of supernatural help. Which Karn nods its head in Pam's direction, has.
You see, this is why, and you immediately see that Frankie wraps her arm around Pam and says, "See, this is why we have you two around. You bring helpful people in." As she just like pats her head, trying to dismiss the entire situation. Okay, so we need to break in, and then what do we do? Are we just gonna sabotage their heating? Because I think they can just fix that.
Oh yeah, they mostly can fix that, and they probably do have cameras too, so that'll be troublesome. I don't know. Maybe I just take more jobs, wait it out a bit, maybe see what I could find from the other employees, and go from there, I guess.
As you say that, you just hear, wait a second, you're just gonna, that, no, that day's too long, I got a better plan. And you see that, and you see that O'Sullivan just like dives down and scrambles towards his bunker, and you see that just, that Frankie's just like, oh man, what are you doing now? Like, come on. Like, it's a pretty good plan. And you immediately see a box labeled explosivos get tossed up the hole. And you just hear him say, you know, some plans are good, other plans are better. This is the better plan. Like, sabotaging, you don't know nothing about sabotaging. You youngsters don't know the first thing of sabotage. You see, to sabotage something, you need to blow it up completely. Leave nothing behind. No witnesses. No witnesses.
I don't know about that, old man, bro. That sounds kind of dangerous.
We'll make sure there's only the possessed guys. I mean, they're probably the only people in the building, maybe.
But by that logic, if every employee is black-eyed, like, that wouldn't that mean Karn is black-eyed? I don't think everyone in there is black-eyed.
Well... Hmm. Oh, what's this feeling I'm getting? That's called a conscience, you old fart. That is called a conscience. Oh, I don't like it. It's messing with me a bit. Ugh. Okay, what do the two of you do?
Well, let me think. So we sneak in, but sneaking in is probably the simple part if we have a little bit of magic help, I guess. But I don't know where to sneak you guys into, that's the problem. Let me think. I remember there was a blueprint about some kind of closet, but I'm not sure if that's even built yet.
Well, is there any place we're not supposed to go? Because that could be the important part.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of parts. Let me think. Wasn't there like a key thing for the elevator or something like that?
Yes, the 13th floor.
Maybe, yeah, there is one, the 13th floor.
Then-
But that requires a key, and I'm unfortunately not really high up on the, trusted list for a key.
And you see that Pam just like slides past and is just like, then why not just steal one from one of the high up people?
Oh, that's a great idea, Pam, bro.
Easier
Thanks.
said than done.
We literally have a magic device that turns us invisible. I think it's easily said and done.
Fair enough. Alright then. Then I guess we have a
Well,
plan then.
actually, there is one caveat to it I should mention. You have to hold it for it to work.
Can multiple people hold it or just one?
I don't know. I've never tried it with multiple people. And I still
Why
don't
don't
know
we
why
try it now?
he doesn't need it. And you see that she just points to Dougie.
I mean,
Hi.
for me to be in the building, it makes sense. For you, the rest of you, not so much, unless I suit you up in janitor garment and convince them that you're my assistant or something?
We don't need to convince them about nothing, because they're going to be blown up soon.
Do are Slayers above the law? Can we get in trouble by mass destruction? Dave, bro?
Oh, yeah, totally. Like, I'm pretty sure, I don't even know, but I'm pretty sure he's, like, on the domestic terrorist list. Like, guaranteed.
Okay, I don't want to do that, Dave, bro.
That's not Dave.
Oh,
That's a Sullivan.
No. Isn't Dave in the room with all of this? I thought
Dave's not there yet.
Oh, I thought everyone was here. Okay, fuck. What's the biker lady's name?
Frankie.
Frankie, are Slayers above the law? Can we get in trouble with this?
Yes, like I just said, he's probably on the domestic terrorist list. We
Okay.
can definitely go to prison.
Okay, Frankie, bro, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, we are saved now. Haha. Sorry, I forgot how where everyone is. There's a lot of people now.
Yeah, that's true. You've assembled
Don't
a
worry.
crew.
The Slayer crew. Alright, let me think. Alright, before we even do anything else, why don't we start testing out that thing that she has? Connor points to Pam. Why don't we just test it out, see its limits, see how long it lasts. I mean, it does have limits, right? I think the black eyes could probably see through us with that, so that might be the only limit that we currently know.
Yeah, that's a strong maybe, especially when they can do that weird thing. I think it's the same feeling as when I used a metronome. So if I just, you see that she puts her finger on the little dial of it, and as she pulls it back and releases it, you find silence immediately envelops you. Karn, was your hand on it when she just started talking about it?
No, my hand was not on it. No,
Okay.
Karn's hand was.
Then that would mean that Dougie, you are the only one currently unaffected by the metronome.
Oh, great! I'm back in the quiet spot. How did?
Yep.
How
you
did?
seem to be.
How did? Wait a minute. Who just talked to me?
Me. And you see that Pam is just like holding the metronome. It's just like,
Oh, Pam, you're here too. Good. Oh, okay. Whew. For a second there, I thought I was alone again.
you see that Pam just like begins to poke you, just like randomly.
Oh, don't do that.
What
I'm ticklish.
What is with you? Like, are you a source? Or whatever these guys called you? Called this thing? Are you
I'm
magic or something?
nah. I'm just Dougie.
That's a good explanation.
Okay, well then, just Dougie, I'm still unsure as to how you're able to move within this thing, or even exist, with this thing on, but that's one less person that needs to hold on to it. Should I unpause them now?
Yeah, I think that's probably smart. They get all crabby when they lose time and like we move around. It's a whole thing. We probably should.
Maybe. Oh wait, no, but there is one thing I need to address. And you see that Pam gets like really close to you and she says, just know, if you see a woman in a blue suit with black eyes, do not stop, do not hesitate, kill her immediately.
Okay, wait. So, specifically, blue dress and female.
Yes, a woman in a blue dress with black eyes. The second that you see her,
Well,
kill her immediately.
well, that might be a problem, Pam, bro, because like the female and blue dress, that's a lot of people. So the killing factor to make sure that they are, this person, I would have to look at the eyes. So I can't kill right away because then I'm just killing random women.
No, you'll know it when you see her.
Oh, okay.
Her and her fucking laugh. That stupid fucking laugh.
And this is how Dougie killed Fran Drescher.
Wasn't Karn able to move like even though he wasn't touching it earlier, like in the last session?
He was.
Interesting. So Karn just turns around and says, so it seems like it works, huh?
What the? How are you? Wait. What? Wait. I thought only. What is going on here?
Don't know. Maybe my luck with my past stuff probably caught up to me and somehow protected me. I don't know.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, you said lady with blue dress, black eyes. Do you know her name by any chance?
I think
Her name is Olivia Parker.
Is that an alias?
Nope. That's her name, or at least the name of who she should be.
Oh, is this a scuzzy situation?
Are you aware of a person called Jan Perez?
How do you know, Jan?
I work for the company she owns.
Oh, fuck. Then we're definitely running into her. But just remember, if you see a woman in a blue dress, big smile, a stupid fucking laugh, and black eyes, kill her on sight.
I'm just imagining.
That's
I'm just imagining that like Pam doesn't know that people like change clothes, so now she's just wearing a black dress. It's like shit.
no.
But yeah, okay, bro.
It's a bit foiled by a color, different color.
But as she says that, okay, I will, and you see that she struggles as she says, I will trust. I will trust you.
Yay, friendship.
Okay, Dougie, do you try to hug Pam as you say that?
Well, now that you bring it up, I think I have to. Can I get a charm plus because we're now friends, so I get like an advantage?
Yes, you get +1 because
Yay!
of the moment that you shared.
Charm advantage by friendship. Well, I did that wrong. My bad.
No problem.
I accidentally put a equal rather than a plus.
My hug advantage has.
I got a 4 on hug advantage.
Aww.
Okay. You see that she easily just sidesteps your advance, and it's just like
How many tokens? How many tokens?
it's 9. It's 9.
Fuck. I really probably shouldn't use that many tokens for this.
Probably shouldn't.
Oh, fine. I get sidestepped.
Aw,
And
sad.
you're now up to 16 tokens.
Yay!
Okay, and you just see that as she sidesteps your hug, you just hear her say, "And I am regretting this already," before stopping the metronome and allowing the world to resume once more.
Right. Well,
And you just
good.
hear Frankie say, so did it, wait, did you guys use it again? Seriously, so annoying.
Yeah, it worked. Apparently it works for. Well, it's weird. Me and Dougie apparently don't need to hold it, but I don't know about you and the others. You wanna give it a go? We still have
Um,
time now.
sure. Like, as long as, we're testing it in this safe space. And as she says that, you hear, coming from outside.
This Dave.
And
A
you see
novelty
that
horn.
through the door, with a big smile on his face, you see Dave walk in. As you hear from his car, "That's the way, I like it, And you see he says, "Good morning. Now, who's ready to do a little bit of infiltrating? Who's the new
We're just.
girl?"
Oh, this is Pam.
Oh, yeah.
"Oh,
Karn just needs.
Pam. You're from the place with the pretty okay nachos."
I see. Dave gets me. Dougie high fives
As you
Dave.
say that, Dave. Yep, I was thinking it. Dave, meets you with a high five.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the plan? How are we infiltrating?
Well, apparently we're gonna be using a source versus another source, I guess.
Source battle.
Oh, this little lady here's a source,
No,
or
she carries one.
oh, the metronome. Yep, nope, that wouldn't make sense. Um, hmm. I don't know exactly what I should be doing here. I feel like, you know what? Let's not dwell on that situation. Welcome aboard, Missy. I'm Dave. What's your name? Pam. And what's your moniker? Pam.
No,
No,
he means what is your secret code name you would like to go by, Miss Pam?
Pam.
Map.
Map. Okay.
Oh, I get
Literally
it.
Pam said that.
Oh, I get it. Oh, that's your name backwards. Clever, bro.
I'll take it. So, we're gonna be using this source to sneak in, and then what?
And trying to grab some keys, take an elevator down to floor 13 and see what's there. Blow it up or, whatever we need to do.
Oh, why? Oh, wait. You need keys for an elevator?
Some keys do.
I might be able to help with that. And you see that he goes back to his van, and as he begins to rummage around in his van, you just see that O'Sullivan's just like, "Oh, here we go with his stupid little gang." See, he has no respect for how the old things work. See, old stuff works just fine. As you see that, as, as you see O'Sullivan pull out a gun again. And
I don't think we need that right now, Mr. Sullivan.
oh, come on, it's not even a shotgun. I modified it so it's a grenade launcher.
I call it Big Bertha. And we lost. Oh, it back.
Yeah.
Did you You got scared by Big Bertha?
No. No.
But you see that Dave returns with a small black case as he pulls out what almost looks like one of those needle guns, but it has a small metal rod on the end and a series of other, like, curved and hooked rods protruding out of it. This is a little trinket I picked up from. What was it? Was it when I went to the black market? No, it was when I don't know. I don't remember. But basically, long story short,
I got this
is
from
a little
Home
lockpicker
Depot.
gun.
Honestly, I'm okay with that then. We don't need the key, but you know.
Pretty cool, bro.
Yeah. Only thing is, it'll take a little while because you know I gotta like finagle with the lock, so it'll eventually turn. But I feel like it's a lot safer.
All right, let's go with that then.
And we don't get to go to federal prison. Win-win, bros.
I don't know about that part, but sure.
Federal prison ain't that bad. At least you get 3 meals a day.
And you meet some new friends. I'm a member of the El Lobo Tocos.
Wait, what's that?
Just a random, like, Mexican-sounding LA gang I made up.
Oh, for a second there, I thought you just named an actual gang, and I was like, wait, what?
I was trying to think of.
Those guys?
I was trying to think of the Mexican gang in in San Andreas, but I can't remember. It's been too long.
It's fine.
Anyway, now that we explained the joke, let's continue.
Okay.
So, are we gonna test out the doohickey first?
Right.
The source thing?
Right. Okay, everyone, hands on the metronome. Come on. You too, old man. No, I don't trust it. I'm gonna lose what little hair I have.
Well, you guys can touch it. I think me and Dougie will stay back and test it out for a moment.
Oh wait,
Maybe
why
that's
is
a rope.
that? And you see, like, Dave, like, turns to you confused.
I don't know. Seems like me and Dougie are not affected somehow.
Oh, right, because you've been marked. That makes sense.
Well,
Okay,
wait.
so,
What's Mark, bro? What does Mark mean?
oh, well, you might be, how should I put it? You know how you would, it's the same way with leftovers, or a meal that you don't really want yet. Like, the same way that you put it in the company fridge and you have that little sticker on it for later, and then you just, like, wait for later till you eat it. You know, like that?
No, but okay.
It's the same way, kinda. Basically, you're gonna be consumed later. It's nothing to worry about. Don't fret about it. It's fine.
Oh, okay, bro.
Okay, now let's do this, little Miss Pam. And you see that she says, okay, let's go. And she begins the metronome. Wait, no, I said.
Like, no.
We just learn about other blight cues. A kazoo starts happening. The circus and do. It's like, no, that's for later.
And the metronome plays. And as it plays, you find that everyone, Dave, Frankie, and O'Sullivan, and Pam, seem to be aware of their surroundings as they just look around and say, so, this is the silence. I don't know what I was expecting. It is quiet.
Yeah, it's kind of in the name, bro.
Yeah, you would think, like, you would usually think there's a little bit more to it, but it's just, Is this really a source? I'm very confused by this.
Maybe it's a small part of the silence thing, like, you know, like a cell of a body, you know.
Yeah, but even then, and how is this something that, like, inspires fear or can, like, consume something? You know, it's literally just quiet.
Sometimes it can drive you mad, I guess, if you don't hear anything at all. I mean, unless you're deaf, that's one thing, but...
Yeah, no, the first time I was silenced, it was terrifying. No one can understand me, no one can hear me. Any noise I made was seen as invisible and unexisting. Literally couldn't even. I could smack someone and they could not feel it. They were literally stopped in time. Oh, it was a gnarly time.
That sounds kind of hilarious. I'm not gonna. You see that Frankie just like begins to burst out laughing, and as she does, her hand comes off of the metronome, and you see that she immediately goes still again.
Well, that answers one question I was going to ask.
Wait,
What
Frankie, what just happened? And as you see O'Sullivan ask that, you see his hand comes off, and he also freezes. As Dave is just like, I feel like I'm in agreement with saying I should not take my hand off of this little doohickey here, right?
That's probably smart, bro.
Yeah, unless it's us two. We're special, I guess, or at least smart. So,
Yeah, it sounds
right.
like we're going to die.
You're not gonna die. I didn't say you're gonna die. Did I say you were gonna die?
You
Yeah,
said
you kind of did.
you said consumed.
Maybe not now. I mean, maybe the Silence wants us to get rid of their competitors first before they try, but you know.
Probably, and that's gonna be so long from now, like literally, possibly eons. So, you're fine. Or at least past your natural human lifespans, but you know, that's nothing to worry about.
Good to know that they don't really care about us as their pawns of galactic war, I guess.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
What have I got myself into?
You asked that question now.
I'm so tired.
Karn was okay with the freezing building that he worked in, the giant abomination
Yeah.
Cerberus.
He's like the quiet badass that like does things. He's just someone that gets things done. We can't.
But what?
Every horror video game protagonist.
But what?
Exactly.
But what went too far was 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 thinking of the future.
Future.
Thank you. I was thinking that too. Okay, sorry for derailing. That was too funny.
No worries.
No problem. But as Dave keeps his hand on the device, he's just like, actually, this is actually pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. I can see how people get lost in it, but that does make me wonder, where do they go?
Maybe a separate parallel dimension that's created by the monster itself, maybe?
Maybe. Well, I guess we'll figure that out when we figure it out. If you don't mind. And you see that he reaches out and pushes the what is that even called? The little ticker thing.
No
Oh
idea.
yeah, the pendulum.
Yeah.
And he stops the pendulum of the metronome. And as it stops, the world resumes. And with that, you see that Frankie and O'Sullivan are just like, almost as if they've just been unfrozen from a movie. They continue and be like, "What is it? This always See, this always happens." But again, that still would be pretty funny. Well, at least we now know that works. Yes, we do. So, we're going to sneak in using that, and then we're going to use the lockpick gun to get on to what floor was it that we needed to go to?
13.
Okay, in the 13th floor, we destroy whatever's there, and then we blow it up. We blow it all to smithereens.
Still don't.
That's an optional path if things don't go right.
We'll put that in our. We will put that in our back pocket, friend. We'll just shove that into the back pocket for later. That's only if worst case scenario. See, you see, this Dave guy, he just doesn't get it. You guys get me. You guys get me. You need to take your medicine, old man. Seriously.
Well, things are looking up. We got hope. If at least in the form of this thing.
That's
and we're as
yeah.
we can be, I guess.
Yeah, that's the way to think of it, bro. High five.
Yeah, he just gives Dougie a very quiet high five.
Yeah.
Low energy high five.
Dougie does the opposite.
He just smashes your hand. Okay. And as you do so, Karn, you get a phone call.
Yep, time to answer and see what's going on.
Hello, Mr. Carnaster. Would you be available later this evening to help with another installation project that we will be needing your assistance on?
Is this installation located on the same floor from last time?
Oh, no. It will be located in our lower levels, mainly the basement area, if you find that it is up to the task.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Sure, let's do that then.
Excellent. We will send a dispatch to pick you up shortly.
Oh, may I also ask how you know where I am?
Click.
You hear that there's a prolonged silence, and then just the phone cuts off.
Okay.
I would put my phone down and just look at the rest of them. Well, seems like job's calling for me. You all probably should get ready and prepared. They're coming
Quickly,
here to pick me up.
into the action van! And you see that Dave just runs off to his van.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be able to join you that quickly because, maybe, but then I don't know. We'll see if I'll just slip away from them.
Okay. I mean, if you're sure. And you see that Frankie just drags O'Sullivan behind her, as you see that he's fervently trying to stuff as many explosives into his jacket as possible. Just one more, just in case.
Karn just pinches the bridges of his nose. Alright, before we go, everyone got their gloves on. We don't want another incident like last time.
And you see Pam just look at you very concerned, what happened last time?
Apparently the beasts can have a very corrosive skin, I suppose.
Yeah, I got bit by a three-headed dog, and my blood turned into black. It was gnarly.
Ah. You know what? Since I am putting my faith in you, I just gotta say,
I'm muted. What's up?
some of that faith very much shaken as of now.
Thank you.
Do I need to fix
That happens. You get used to it.
on this?
That's fine. It's not too bad.
Wait, this is just normal for
No,
you
I
guys?
think it's okay.
Okay.
For me,
Thank you, though.
probably. I don't know about the other people. Well, I mean, I don't know about your friend here, Dougie, but
I'm not really sure if it's Pam. Is it normal for you? I'm kind of just going with the flow. All of this is insane.
No, usually I'm just follow whatever weird, creepy thing is, just clomping around. I take the thing, I break it, and then I leave.
Well, there you go. It's
Well,
not normal for Pam either.
Guess I gotta go carry something extra. Karn just goes down into the bunker to grab some other weapons too. I don't know what he's gonna grab, but it's DVD until I can figure it out.
Okay. And as you do so, Dougie, what do you say to Pam as you see that she's just like looking around and trying to find any type of weapon she can take?
I asked Pam, "Are you sure you're okay with coming with us? Like, we could take the metronome. Like, you don't need to be involved with this anymore. As like he said last night, we're doing the same job you are. You can be free if you want, Pam."
I won't be free until that blue dress wearing bitch is dead. Okay?
But you don't have to be there for her to die. I know this is I know this is a lot for you.
Look, I just need to be sure that she's dead. After that, I couldn't care less what happens to this town, to be honest. I really couldn't. As long as she's dead, I'm out. I'm free. I'm gone. I'm out of this town.
Where are you gonna go, bro?
I don't know. And I don't really care. As long as it's far away from here.
I have nothing to say to that.
I think I got something.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll mute myself.
Do you? No, you don't have to mute yourself. I'm sorry. Character. That's fair. Do you want some company? I was kind of thinking of, going to college out of town. Anyway, don't really know what I'm going to do, so maybe having company will be better.
Dougie,
What am I
I'll
rolling?
need you to make not a charm roll, but a brains roll.
Is it brains? Or is it charm?
It is brains.
Okay.
Aw. I mean, feelings can always change. You might not charm her now, but you can always charm her later, so.
Well, no, it's just this feels more like a personality thing. Like
Sure.
it's more brains on her part. I don't know if it's intelligence on my part, but again, I understand.
Got it.
Also, I'll be honest with how I know about Pam's character so far. I don't think either of my rolls will be enough. So honestly, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine. Pick another adversity dice. Adversity token.
Well, I accidentally put 606.
D100. Yeah, a D100 might help.
And then you also get a 4.
I mean, 5 out of 6 ain't bad, but
You got a 5. Not bad.
I'm pretty sure Blight put it at like a 17.
+1 or anything else?
Nope,
No, just 5. Okay.
just 5.
Out of 5,
Oh.
you
Out of
know
5.
this. From what you can tell about how she's standing, how she's acting, you know that she wants someone to come with her.
Aww. Chat,
Aw,
all with us. Aww.
Ruined
Just
my
like,
life.
just like the studio audience. Aww.
God damn it, Dragon! I'm only upset because it's perfect.
Okay.
Someone in
But
my
Dougie,
Sad music.
someone in my chat just played Ultimate Sadness.
Ultimate sadness.
It's actually really nice. It's a powerful violin. I recommend it.
The violent sad violin music.
The violent sounds of ultimate sadness. But,
Okay.
Dougie, what do you do with this information?
Well, you said it was, like, on her face. She didn't actually say anything, right?
Yes.
Fuck. You don't have to give me an answer right now. We got tons of time. I'm just letting you know that you do have a friend who's, here for you, Pam. You're not alone.
Right. I'll think about it.
Okay, bro.
Anyway, we've got a job to do. And you see that she leaves off to the van.
Oh, by the
and
way,
you do see that she screams, "Can someone just give me a fucking gun already?"
also, I have a picture of the action van. It's the van from That 70s Show. I feel like Dave would have a green Volkswagen.
Yeah, that is kind of like what Dave drives. That's actually that's actually the exact image. It was just blue, the one that I had.
Oh, you had it when it was, like, old and broken. Yeah, I saw that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would Dougie go down to the bunker where Karn is at right now?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. As the
Karn
two
just
of
looks
you
up.
are in the bunker, you see an array of weapons and a single ham radio in the back.
Okay. Oh, this is really weird, isn't it, Karn, bro? But I guess we gotta do what we gotta do.
I mean, I've done this before. Bit less
Really?
prepared.
I thought you were a
in my
janitor.
past. I am. Of course I am. I'm a regular janitor. What are you talking about?
No. No more secrets. We've gone for too much. Come on. Open up to the Doug. Nope, I don't like that. Open up to Dougie.
I've been doing stuff,
Dougie and Karn now sit on the
I got
couch.
involved in magic, witchcraft. That's my side of things. For me, I thought, like, I don't know, vampires, werewolves. That's my kind of side of things.
How did you get into magic?
Not by choice, I could tell you that.
It sounds like a tough life. Well, why did you, if you didn't choose to get in, how did you leave?
I just chose to walk away from it as far as I can.
Oh, that's cool, bro. But if you were forced into it, wouldn't the force that forced you into it wouldn't want you to be forced out?
Just when, well, let's just say one bad mission and one bad day leads to a lot of things.
Okay. It's okay if you don't want to open up too much, bro. Just know that Dougie's here for you.
Got it.
Dougie hug.
There you
Dougie
go.
hug. Dougie roll for hug.
Sure. He just gives him a low energy hug as usual.
Oh, I don't have to roll for it? Nice.
Nope.
Okay.
By the way, did your friend say they want anything? Any weapons here?
She, in her words, someone get me a effing gun.
Lots of guns. Which kind?
Probably nothing too big since she has to hold the metronome. Maybe a handgun.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'll get ready myself.
Okay, bro. Dougie takes a gun to Pam.
Okay. And as you do so, you see a car begin to roll up.
Oh, wait.
A black sedan.
I'm sorry. I have to. Dougie, for his weapon, takes the black nunchucks because O'Sullivan has them nunchucks. And as soon as Dougie sees that, he has to take it because it's Dougie. So, yeah. Continue.
Okay. And as you walk out, handgun and nunchucks in hand, you see a black sedan begin to roll up. And out come a pair of men in black suits with black sunglasses, your typical bodyguard stereotype. And you see that they stand there and they look at you, and one of them says, hey kid, you, you seen a janitor around here?
Oh yeah, he's just getting ready. He's just in there, bro.
Okay, good. What's with the nunchucks there, Miyagi?
Oh, you mean the nunchucks I put in my bag that's on my back? No.
Yeah, they're that little chain dealie's kind of sticking out there.
Oh yeah. I'm really into Enter the Dragon. Oh wait, no, we're. Oh, that's right. We're not in the '80s. We're actually in 2008. I'm really into Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh yeah, good movie, good movie.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's really good.
Michelle Yeoh really coming out into her own, showing both sides, both the eastern and western side of filming. Yeah, it was great. By the way,
I'm more of a Kung Fury guy.
okay, all joking aside, have you seen Kung Fu Hustle?
I have.
Okay, good. As soon as you brought up Kung Fury, as soon as you said Kung Fury, I'm like, oh my god, I think Blight would really like Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right. So I guess Carnaster would just pack up what he needs into his backpack, and also, it locks down the bunker. Make sure it's all secret and whatnot, and emerges from the gas station.
Okay, you do so, and you see the two men ready and waiting for you. Mr. Carnaster, standard procedure and whatnot. What about your friends here? Do they need, anything? Any, affairs you need to put in order? Stuff? I mean, we can just wait here.
Not that I could think of. No. They're just going on a road trip, special road trip, to a costume party.
Costume party? In the middle of summer?
Well,
What are you
summer-
saying costumes for, you dang idiot? Don't mind him. He's got Alzheimer's. He's got the Alzheimer's.
I'm just gonna go with you.
There once was a lad who
let's
looked
just do
like
that.
me. He's an
Karn just
innocent
walks
soul,
towards
but he
the
loved
black sedan.
TV. His friend got him
See you,
in anime,
you all later.
and now he's a goddamn weird.
Karn says to
Oh
Doug in the
no,
rest
he's addicted to
forgets
porn.
you.
He watches hentai way into the morn.
Okay.
One day he was
Here's
having some fun till his mom burst in. Oh
Dougie.
no.
Yep.
His
As you watch
stepsis whispered,
Carnaster
Oni-chan.
get
It
taken
felt
away,
so wrong, but he was a
would you
fan.
like to do
She got stuck
anything
in the
before
laundry
he's truly out of
door. Watch
sight?
the little lad go. Oh no, he's
Nope.
addicted to porn. He watches hentai
Okay.
way into the morn.
Okay.
One day he was having some fun
There
till
we
his
go.
mom burst in. Oh
Then it's
no.
time
When his
for you
stepmom
to
walked in, she
finally
was mad.
bring
She said,
in
I'm about to tell
the
y'all's
fullness
dad. Unless
of your
y'all wanna
situation.
run it back and make it a
Do-do-do.
party of three.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Oh no, he's addicted to
time
porn. He watches hentai way
to
into
get to
the
work.
morn. One day he was having some fun till his mom burst in. Oh no.
You are taken to PSOF headquarters, a place you've been before, a revolutionary, innovative company that is bringing the height of modernity to our almost base society. As you approach, you see that there's a warmer air amongst the area. You see that there's a lot more hustle and bustle within the lobby, and you see that Jan Perez is there once again, chatting with the secretary, waiting for your approach.
Karn would just take his time walking up to her and just seeing what she's wearing.
You see that, per usual, Jan is wearing a black suit with a red tie, as she turns to you and says, Mr. Astor, it's such a pleasure to see you again.
Likewise. So what's the fix this time that's required?
Fix? Oh, yes, the fix. It is a small issue with the boiler downstairs. You see, it's been disrupting some of the arrangements for your other coworkers, as I'll say. And we just want this situation to be, you know, handled quite quickly, as I know you are keen to do.
Of course, yeah. Will I be working alone this time, or will I be working with others?
Oh, sorry. You will be doing this alone, unfortunately.
That's fine. That's fine. I I I got my handle around this. That's fine.
Great. That's just truly perfect. Oh, but I don't intend for you to just, suffer alone in the dark. I do also have an intern that can help you. And you see that a boy approaches you. He seems to be
No.
short, hand stout, and awfully sweaty. And
Oh.
as he sees you, you see that he's very shocked that you're there.
Blight, Blight, you MF. Oh my god, this is so good.
Um, hi.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Lenny.
Oh, it's not what I thought.
Oh, it's like, oh, nice to meet you, Lenny.
It's not
My name is-
Earl Weezer.
No, I thought Blight. I thought this was introducing Zach back into it.
Oh, no, he's.
Well,
Okay.
so you're gonna be the one that's helping me out, huh? All right.
Yes. Let's get after it.
Yeah, let's do that. You have to go use the restroom or something before we start. Might take a while.
No, not at all. Well, wait. No, do. Would you like to help me?
Find the bathroom? Sure.
Perfect. Let's go. And you see that Lenny begins to almost power walk to the bathroom.
Oh no.
And actually, I won't have you make a brains roll. You see that Jan is like staring at you as you do so.
Well, gotta help out someone, right? Khan just gives her like a tired smile before falling after Lenny.
Okay, you do so, and you see that Jan just nods back unblinkingly as she does. Okay. In the bathroom with Lenny, you find that he immediately begins to like grab paper towels and like pats himself down as he is immediately sweating. It's just like, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. I know it wasn't too specific, but it was fairly specific warnings.
Look, I have to be here because I'm working here.
That is such a bad idea. The only reason I'm here is so that I can, recover what was taken from me, and then I don't have to stay in this sweaty meat. It's so hot. It's so hot in this.
Karn just holds up both of his hands and tries, in like a calm down manner. Well, hold on. What exactly did you lose?
I lost my form, and I hate this one. It's so sticky and sweaty and gross. How do you live like this?
Wait, he said form? Hold on.
Yes. Would you like to
F-O-R-M?
make a brains roll real quick?
Oh, sure. Where's my brain? I am lacking my brains to roll my brains. Roll D8 plus 1 brains. That is a 7. Is that enough? Or do I need higher?
I need a 14. Well, actually,
Oof.
no. Wait. I asked you to do a brains roll on Lenny, correct?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. That doesn't. You notice that Lenny is missing one of his teeth.
Your teeth. When did you lose a teeth?
I lost it a few days ago.
Is your teeth by chance this? I would just pull out the teeth I had from earlier.
What? How did you get that? That's mine. That's supposed to be in my mouth.
You can have it then. You're not human, are you?
No. Well, this is, but I'm not supposed to be. I shouldn't even have this, as you see that he pulls at his face.
Okay, look, I don't know why you're here, but you probably should leave now that you got this, right?
No, I can't leave until I get my form back. Because as you see that he tries to put the tooth in his mouth, it doesn't fit.
Oh, form, you mean someone stole your body?
Yes, the body I'm supposed to have. I just
Alright,
want to
alright,
get my
alright,
body back.
Hold on. I'll help you get your form back. Don't worry. Just give me some time, alright? I need to carry out the plan. It's gonna take a while.
Okay, I'll just be here for a minute.
Okay,
Just don't tell Jan I'm in here.
Sure, I'll just tell her that you're having a really bad stomach ache then, sure. Hide in the stall if you need
I will. It's not the first time.
to. Okay. So, Karn
Do
just
you
turns
leave the
around
bath?
and leaves. Yeah.
Okay. As you leave the bathroom, you see that Jan is basically right outside the door as she says, "Was there any issues?"
He's just having a really bad stomach ache, something he ate early in the morning, so he'll be stuck in there for a while, unfortunately.
He's crying again, isn't he?
He is. From a really bad stomach ache, can't help it, I guess.
Oh boy, what will we ever do with poor Lenny? He just needs to smile like he used to. But I guess there's just no helping it. Anyway, since Lenny may take a while, why don't you just get started? And we'll send him down when he's better.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay. Have fun.
Yep.
Okay. You're in the elevator, and you see that there's 2 floors beneath you. One that says parking deck, and the other that says lobby. I mean, not lobby, basement.
Why is there a parking deck? Oh no. Part of me just wants to go see the parking deck. I don't know. Is there like a guest parking around for PSL? Does PSL even have that?
When you drove up, you do see that there is like a little lower garage where most of the cars for like the actual employees goes.
Sure. I probably would go to the garage first to to see if there's anyone there.
Okay. As you go down and you go to the garage, the doors open and you almost bump into someone. Huh? Oh. Sorry about that. I wasn't really, looking where I was going. Excuse me. And you see that a woman tries to push past you into the elevator.
Oh. I just step aside and just let her into the elevator. I took a look at her clothing as well too.
Do you stay in the elevator or do you go out?
I would go out, but I would also take a look back to see if I just.
Okay. What you see is a woman who is fairly slim and tall. She has poofy brown hair, and she has just a very wide red-lipped grin as she is wearing a bright blue dress.
Oh.
And as the doors begin to close, you see that she smiles even wider as she looks at you before, it finally seals shut.
All right. Karn just decides, you know what? Let's see what we got. He goes and sees if he could find a way to get the others into the building.
Okay. As you walk around the parking deck, you see that it's your normal parking structure. There's a standard level.
Also making sure there's cameras too and whatnot. Yeah.
There are.
Eesh.
There appears to be cameras stationed at regular intervals, essentially 3 that cover each side wall and 1 at the very entrance where the elevator is. And aside from that, it's your standard parking deck. There's around 20 spaces for cars, and there's the standard little gate for where cars come in and leave.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
Shit.
Would you like to inspect some of the cars?
Yeah, that would be quick. Yeah. Yes, that would be fine.
Okay. For this fact, you don't even need to make a brains roll. Almost all of these cars are the exact same.
Do they have like a company logo or just
No.
same brand and all that?
It's almost as if someone took a car and copy pasted it multiple times. The only difference between them seems to be that 2 of them are different colors.
I see. I would also, place a glove tan on top of them, see if there's anything like any heat or. What's the temperature in the garage?
The garage seems to be at a temperate 65 degrees.
Okay. And the cars themselves? Nothing too much?
Well, the cars are off, but aside from that, they do appear to be mostly empty.
Okay. No security guards either.
No, doesn't appear to be.
Okay. And the garage, is it open or is there any?
Like the door, like the area to it is open, but it does have one of those metal shutters that's rolled up.
Rolled up, so that means it is open, right? Or rolled down?
No, like it's rolled up currently, as in like it's open right now, but it can roll down.
Okay, that's fine. That's all I need to know. As long as
Okay.
there's like a place for them to go in, that's fine.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to investigate in the parking garage?
Is there anything that could be considered out of the ordinary?
Would you like to make a brains roll and check?
Sure. Don't fail me now.
Come on,
Yeah,
brain, don't fail me now.
The brain's like, no, you shall fail.
I failed you now.
That's a 4.
Okay, you needed a 10.
Yeah, 10. Let me see how much points I have. Oof, that's like enough for just 10, but I don't think I need it. Yeah, no. I think I'll just take this, yeah.
Okay,
4.
that means you get another adversity token.
I don't know how
And
much
with-
I have right now.
You currently have, I believe that was, let me look at my notes here. You have 11 now.
Great.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do at the parking garage?
No, not really. There's no security guards around here, so I just get back in the elevator and just, head back down.
Okay, you do so. As you enter the elevator and you hear it ding, it opens once more, and you're surprised to find that the woman in the blue dress is still there. And as she smiles at you and says, "Oh, hello again. Sorry, I'm just on my way out." And she pushes past you and then just begins to walk through the garage.
Oh. I would just stand there for a moment, just looking and seeing what she's doing.
You see that she travels to one of the 2 colored cars, the one that is clearly colored blue.
Oh, color consistent, nice, okay.
Okay,
I
and you
just-
see that she
yeah.
drives out.
That's it, okay, that's fine. I just wait for a few seconds before getting onto the elevator and heading down to the destination I need to be at.
Okay. As you head down to the basement, you can feel that the air is a bit more stale. You can feel the sweat and the heat of your skin kind of stick to your body instead of just dripping down as it normally should. This area is surprisingly warm. Warmer than normal. And especially warmer than the rest of the building.
Okay.
Would you like to go further?
Go further down, or
Yes.
what exactly is this building level I'm at right now? Like,
The level that you're visibly on is 2 levels down. And those are the buttons that you currently see.
I have to go all the way down, right?
Yes.
I see. Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay. You find that to your left is a set of stairs. Would you like to follow them down?
Sure.
As you do so, you find that you've made a mistake.
Oh.
I will need either a flight or a brawn roll from you.
I will test my luck with the brawn, which
Okay.
is high, but then knowing my luck.
It's always great.
So I can just
It's always
like-
great when the
like,
DM
no,
just
you
cuts
have
off
5
the
dice,
music and it's
no,
like,
you take low instead.
and you fucked up.
Why?
Oh shit! What did you get?
Don't forget I also have tough too, so
Ooh.
that's one thing, I guess.
Well,
What's the
you
DC?
will need to roll tough next. Because
Wait.
as you open the door...
There's no
and-
tough, there's a fight. But yeah.
Yeah, sorry, fight. As you roll and open the door, you find that your step is met with nothing but open air. As you stumble through the door and you fall down the empty stairwell, and I will need a grit roll to resist the fall from a 2-story flight of stairs.
Oof. No. 2 flight. Oof. Grit is okay. Oh, another explosion, nice.
Okay.
Let's see. 10, this one. This is
13.
gonna be 13. Yeah, is that enough or?
Yes, that is enough. And as you went your way out of that situation and onto the remaining concrete staircase, you notice something. You notice that nothing broke your fall except for maybe your weapon, because you find that your phone is not on you.
My phone?
Your
Oh.
phone. And Dougie, you receive a phone call.
Hello?
Is Silver there?
Oh,
It's only
I accidentally muted myself.
the second I say you receive a phone call, he muted.
I thought I was
Yeah,
already. I
I
thought I
was
was
phone.
muted.
It's like, I don't want to do this right now.
Hello.
Telemarketers. Silver, you there?
Yeah. How you doing, bro?
Good.
Silver muted himself, but I'm not sure he's not replying.
Wait a minute.
That is true. That does appear to be the case. Should we
What testing 1 2 1
end
2?
it here or something if you wanted to. Like,
well, the thing I was going to do was
Can you guys hear me now?
no, never mind. Basically,
Hello.
the long and short of it was
What the
that
fuck?
Silver was going to get a phone call.
Chat, can
essentially
you hear me?
stating from you that it was time for
Okay,
the
so chat can
operation
hear me.
to begin.
But they can't hear me. Interesting.
I see. Okay.
And that was where we were going to leave it for tonight.
Got it. Okay. Oh no.
Oh noes! Someone has been impersonated.
Me.
There's an imposter among us.
Is Silver, are you okay? Let me just spam Silver.
No, apparently he can hear us, but we can't hear him. Almost exclusively.
Oh, it's fine. Do you want to just finish up with the message, with the in-character message, or not? Or
It's fine either way. Because, Silver,
Yep.
you, Dougie,
Yep.
you receive a phone call from Carnester. What would you like to do?
And I say hello. Hello.
he's not replying. Oh no. Can you type?
Oh, you don't have to speak. You can type it.
I
Okay.
don't know. I'm just.
Okay, chat. I'm gonna try my best to
Can
keep
type
you
thank
informed.
you?
Yes. If you click the voice not the voice, the text chat in the voice channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it will be there.
You'll also
Okay.
see a lot of my shenanigans for the last couple of weeks.
As you say that, you find that Carnaster says that it's time. The operation can begin, and we should strike as soon as possible. What do you say?
It's fine. At least we're keeping the ball going.
Sounds good, bro.
Okay.
Okay. And as you tell this to the rest of the group,
Okay,
we
everybody.
begin
Carbro says
your
that we could go in.
travel to the PSOF headquarters. You find that the real Carnester, at least, is still stuck in the shattered stairway. And what will ever happen to him? That's a question that we'll answer next time on Night Shifters.
Yeah! Woo!
Hey, clap, clap. Touchy, touchy.
Did you enjoy that,
Video
chat?
applause.
Can they still hear us though? I'm curious.
Yeah, chat can hear
That's the
you.
thing. He said that we can't hear him, but his chat and everyone else can hear us.
Yep, everything
It's
is
fine,
fine. It just feels like
It's-
something happened with
that's
the
fine.
Discord.
As long as they can hear us, that's fine.
Yep, it's
As long as we were able to pull off the dramatic ending.
yeah, yep. Dramatic ending still works.
Okay. All right.
We were able to get
So-
the dismount and the flip.
Flip.
Yes.
The graceful Carnaster somersault.
Yes. Nice. Thank you. I'm glad it still worked. Dramatic.
I don't know.
Dun dun dun.
I don't know what happened though. No, it's fine, Silveria. It's fine. As long as we're able to wrap it up neatly, it's good.
Yep,
It's all good.
yep. We're all good.
Basically, what happened is Carnaster fell and he couldn't get up, so we needed to get life alert.
So, chat, because they can't hear
Right,
me,
so I'm
I can
still
start saying
inside the building,
shitty
right?
things
Just
to
in a
them.
certain
Grrr.
area of the PSOF building, right? Just clarifying myself.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
you are
I
still in the
can't
building.
believe
Okay, yeah. So they
that
can't really see me.
Raziel
They're
and
all still-
Blight
the
said this
rest of the team
shit.
still outside. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have nothing mean to say.
They're on
They're
their
all
way.
good people.
They're en route.
I'm glad that I did
Very.
this. This has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys are having a lot of
Okay.
fun. They're both
Well,
sweet people.
I will see you all next week. And I believe this is number 4? Number 4?
This is for
Yep, number 4.
Let me check. Yeah, session 4. I made sure to take down notes. Yes.
Okay. Then that means that next is our mid-season finale.
woo.
Fancy.
Yes. Lots of things are going to be happening. Lots of I'm gonna start pulling out some stops.
Oh no. Gotta stock up on all the adversity tokens. We're gonna take a session break. Gotta.
No, we're not
introduce those
taking a
filler
break. It's
sessions
like
now.
Okay, good.
it's like how
Filler
those
sessions.
yeah, but it's like how those TV shows do that. It's the mid-series finale, what you've all been waiting for.
Yeah.
But yes, basically, it's the midpoint, I should say. Okay.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask, have you been making sure that the fact that I use tough is used, I have the tough kind of thing?
You mean the Oh, you
The
mean
passive.
yeah,
Skill. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. I also have prepared, but I never really used it.
It's no problem because as long as I see, the thing is, I have this little UI. Well, not UI. It's not even a UI. It's literally just notes. But I basically have this notes in the corner that I constantly have open so I can make sure that I remember everyone's abilities and traits.
Right. I have prepared, skill at construction, and tough, right? Okay. Just
Okay.
letting you know.
No problem. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm going to let all of you get a good night's sleep, and we will reconvene next week.
So they can't hear me,
And,
but night,
thank you
guys.
for
Bye.
hosting this.
Thank you as
Because
always,
of it,
Blight.
it's like, no, you're not allowed to have fun.
It's no problem. It's no problem.
Okay, we are alone. Hello, chat. How have you been? But no, seriously, are you having fun? I think this is really enjoyable. I'm liking doing this. Sorry for a couple of the hiccups. Without going into detail, just a lot of behind-the-scenes bullshit. Some petty motherfuckers. You give some people some power, and they just take advantage of it, and I might have screwed the situation. Who knows? It depends on how much that micro middleman has any power. Don't mind that. That's a phone call I'm gonna have to take afterwards. But yeah, for now, I guess I'm gonna call it. Yeah. I have some stuff that I have to... Actually, you know what? No, I planned for 3 hours. It doesn't feel right not doing 3 hours. Let me think of something. You know what? When in doubt, YouTube. YouTube! That probably will get me issues. You know what? Let's. I'm kind of having a kick of wrestling. Let's do another wrestling one. So, for information, there is this magazine called TWI. No, it's the Wrestling Pro magazine or something. I don't know. Every year they do a top 50 tag teams, and last year I looked at some teams I didn't know, and I got some matches. So let's check out. Let's check out some matches of people I haven't really looked at.
What on earth happened with that?
Do. Okay. And then we go over here. Then we go here. Hello, people. So this is a indie promotion. The team that actually made the top 50 is not these guys. It's the ones that come after. I haven't seen any of their work, but apparently they're good enough to be one of the 50 best tag teams around in wrestling. So let's take a look.
I don't understand.
But this team is 4K. I'm sorry, guys. This is annoying me.
Let's get back to some sense of normality here.
The whole idea is they press the slow button.
Tag team in Europe.
Arrows of Hungary.
És a másik oldalon érkezik 180 kg önsúlyjal. Azt Európát!
So indie wrestling is pretty much, and there are like hundreds of indie promotions around the world that don't really get money off of like major products and stuff, or like they don't have like TV deals. It's a great way to find fresh new talent.
Coming tag team. Benji and BT. Hungarian Championship
But here we go.
in the recent past. First time they've
But yeah,
been here
Arrows
in
of
a row,
Hungary
though.
is one of the best tag teams in the world. Says one of the most iconic wrestling magazines in the world.
At the antics of their opponents. Looks like it's going to be BT to start things out for 4K. Icarus for the Arrows.
And it seems the other team is a bunch of goofballs, which is always fun.
Ready to go.
In indie stuff like this, the little charm and personality you can give yourself, the better. It's like being a small VTuber. Anything you can do to make yourself different is better.
Down to business now.
And that's why I'm going to spit fire and roar like the wind, because no other VTuber can do that.
Very clearly focuses attention on one of the most dangerous catch style wrestlers in the world today. Icarus knows a million different holds.
Very charming. They're both very,
On his wrestling knowledge, it is
very charming.
the most difficult imaginable of practical tests. The ripcord lariat attempt from BT instead of the arm drag.
Ooh.
To an arm drag of his own. We've been trying for the same thing, and finally BT's the one who gets a second arm drag. So in that battle of the arm drags, I guess you can call that a 2-1 victory so far to BT. Icarus though is back up to his feet. Smart though from BT, getting him into the hammerlock. He's keeping Icarus close to the center of the ring as he can. Icarus is now going over to the corner, where he's to the side rather, where he's got under the rope and then twisting the arm
Oh,
of
that's
BT.
clever and
That
cute.
middle rope, which is an illegal hold. Referee gave Icarus a count of 5 to release it, which he did. Itsuguri from BT dropping. BT got one arm up to try and block it, but Icarus still got some of it, took BT off his feet. And the experience advantage of Icarus, I think, starting to show now. Here comes Benji. BT makes the tag.
Do you look at this
Ready for
fool?
action against Icarus.
He looks like skinny Tom Hardy.
Two very different personalities, Benji and Icarus. Icarus looks mildly frustrated and even having to share the ring with Benji. He rolls back here off that collar and elbow tie-up. Judo style takedown.
Icarus looks like he can eat Benji.
Twisting the fingers now of Benji. Benji's in some trouble. Icarus trying to force that right hand down onto the canvas, trying to manipulate the elbow joint, but Benji back up to his feet. Boot right to the abdomen though from Icarus. Icarus has been the legal man the entire match so far for the Arrows as Benji out onto the ring apron, crawls back underneath, trying to confuse Icarus here. Rolls back over his shoulder. Kick right to the right thigh of Icarus. Seems to have annoyed Icarus even more. Benji showing some aptitude here. The arm drag went again right into the abdomen, got there first. Right hand into the jaw of Icarus. Chop across the back of the neck. A lot of this, I think, designed just to get under the skin of Icarus, and it seems to be working.
I just realized that me doing some behind the scenes stuff also took away from you guys watching the match. My bad.
Trying to show off his strength by lifting Icarus, but Icarus not prepared to
I
be
know,
taken off
right?
his feet. I think
So,
Benji may be looking for
I've been a
body
wresling
slam.
fan since I was a kid, but there was a time where I stopped watching and I thought I was done with wrestling. No, I was done with WWE. I found a lot of indie stuff, a lot of underground stuff, and what also really helped is there was actually a indie league, a few indie leagues near where I lived. I went to a couple of shows. So much fun.
This isn't favorable because here comes Dover. Dover, the hardcore
It turns out
Hungarian.
I'm not any less of a wrestling fan. What I'm done is I'm done with like old white people who are very disgusting and manipulative of their product. If you get the reference, you get the reference.
So powerful. Look at the strength of Dover. Benji wants a timeout. Not sure if Dover is prepared to give him that. Certainly doesn't have to. That's not within the rules of professional wrestling, but Dover taking the opportunity to go back to his corner and confer with Icarus.
The humor is there. Even
Sign language was about, but
if you can't understand any of the language that they're speaking, just by the body language, you can tell.
The nipples here of Dover, but Dover with a big chop sends Benji down. The nipples or the chest hair? Either way, unorthodox tactics by Benji in the again right across the chest. Much more.
I appreciate that, Razio.
Weapons deployed by Dover, but my goodness, they're effective.
Ooh,
Benji down. Folded him
big
up
boy
and
slap.
landed. Benji is awoken from the dead here.
Benji reborn.
Back up on his feet, challenging Dover to come at him with another chop. Benji, Matrix style.
Okay, that was cool. Also,
Out of the way, he stayed
god
down
damn,
there.
that dude has got some great leg muscles.
Jawbreaker from Benji.
Nope.
The body slam, and much like Icarus earlier wouldn't go up, now Dover won't go up. And he sends Benji into the corner. Benji ducked to right and blocked to left. Drops that left arm of Dover across the top rope. Springboard. The clothesline took him down. Benji so unpredictable, and sometimes I think the arrows just struggled to deal with that. There's the body slam. This time he did get it. Benji hooks the left leg and gets a 2 count. BT tagged in. 4K now for the double team on Dover.
Nope.
Couldn't send Dover to the opposite side of the ring. Had to settle for a pair of kicks into the midsection. Now they send him. Anthony from 4K dropping Dover with the DDT.
Almost,
Landed
Benji.
right on his head, and I think this could be trouble for the Arrows of Hungary. What an upset this would be, but it's a kick out on 2 from the hardcore Hungarian. BT stuck his foot out so Benji could make the tag. Here comes Benji again. Again, they're unconventional, but I think Benji and BT have been pretty effective here. Icarus looking to intervene, and that's, I think, a sign of how worried he is that things are not exactly going to plan for the Arrows, or they might be now. They might be now. Here comes Dover into the corner. Double team in the Arrows corner.
That was a
Icarus takes BT.
That was a really good kick.
Oh
shit.
A cannonball in the corner. Benji got flattened like a pancake. Is it enough?
One,
For the Arrows
two.
of Hungary?
Nope.
No, they're a half a second away. Also maintaining control of Benji. Controlling that head by getting it caught underneath the right knee. Got that left arm neutralized as well. Opening up the left side of the torso where he slapped him in the ribs there. Benji with a couple of kidney shots trying to get to his corner, but
Damn.
the lower back when Icarus going to follow up with the suplex. Has Benji got enough to
A
kick
really
out again?
impressive suplex to boot.
That's 2 count.
Again, these are indie people.
Fell out of the
These are
ring.
the people that aren't really seen as like good enough for a big contract with like one of 8 companies in the world.
Towards his corner so Dover can tag in.
Some really good
Dover will
stuff.
be looking at this point to finally put to bed this threat that has been posed to them by 4K. Dover with a couple of words there for BT before he lifted up BT's tag team partner Benji. The blood rushing to the head in this delayed
Oh,
vertical
the
suplex.
athleticism is on point, man.
The power drops it.
Now, what I tell people when I tell them I'm a wrestling fan
For the pin.
is like the first thing I still do get in 2023 is like, doesn't it concern you that it's all fake? I'm like, no. The outcome is fake. The actual athleticism and the movements, that's all real. That hurts. The best way I can describe it is it's athletic feeder. And I love it.
Icarus now's got him though. Staring at BT, sending a message. The vertical suplex drags him back away from the ropes. Hooks that leg again to Icarus. Another 2 count. Benji found a way to kick out once more. He seems to be earning the respect here of Icarus, but won't stop Icarus from trying to force a submission. Look at him wrenching that left arm. He will break that arm if he has to. See the determination on
Come
the
on,
face
little
of
Benji. You can do it, little Benji.
Body in a better position where he's in so much pain on that left arm. Finally freed himself, but Icarus
Ooh.
quickly changes plans. Hits the chop across the chest. Benji went down again. Tag now to Dover.
Yeah, I'm starting to see why Heirs of Hungary
Another double team on the
was in
way
the top
from
50
the
last year. Their brutality, their strikes are really impressive to watch.
Charging to the corner, Dover and Icarus.
Maybe a bad time.
Reception there from Benji.
Yeah, maybe a bad time to praise them while they're getting their ass kicked, but still, I can see it.
Clothesline after clothesline from BT on this increasingly impressive debut from 4K. There's the Enziguri. Goes behind the German suplex on Icarus. BT with all the momentum.
So,
Dover and blasted with the suplex.
so I don't know where this started, but yeah, technically what this is pro wrestling.
But it is within the
What
grasp of
what you
4K
see in
here.
high school
He'll
and
win
like
this
the
one.
Olympics, that is the actual title is amateur wrestling.
BT's reached
And
that
they hate it.
slow-mo remote
You talk to an
again.
amateur wrestler and they hate that is like the actual legit term.
What happened?
Especially since amateur wrestling is 100% a legit sport, and this is not a sport. This is entertainment.
BT with the good night kiss blocked by Dover.
That was so cool. Oh my god, the planning and the attitude and just the little tidbits of the teeth. Oh my god. Ooh. Hey! Yay! I'm clapping like an idiot.
Oh, gets it with the red button and now here comes Dover. Icarus tags in. The arrows pick up Benji and slam him down hard. Again, the double team on the way from the arrows.
Boom!
Head first is BT. The pin from Icarus.
1, 2.
Benji makes the save to keep 4K in it. Benji sent to the outside.
Yeah, anytime, bud.
He caught up in the bottom rope here. Icarus charged and Benji brought
I don't
down that
know.
top rope.
I don't know
Icarus sent
when I'll ever do it,
outside
but
of the
like,
ring.
if I do plan on doing longer hours and more streams, I definitely do plan on doing just chatting stuff, and probably some of the stuff.
Oh my goodness, he got him.
Probably some of the stuff I'm going to show is wrestling because that's what I'm into. Also, did not think they would win,
What an upset this is.
but that kind of goes. So
Dover can't believe it. This crowd
Here's the thing about wrestling.
Budapest can't believe it. BT and Benji
sometimes
the arrows.
the greatest people will lose in their not home wrestling league because they're there as guests and they're there to show off like the local talent.
Victory this is, and what a bizarre situation we've had here. Highly unusual circumstances, to put it mildly, but BT and Benji with their slow-mo remote.
But yeah, I absolutely recommend doing some like wrestling deep dives. Ooh, next time I have a free time to do this, I might show off one of my favorite wrestling creators named Wrestling with Regret. He makes some really good detailed stuff about like niche markets of wrestling. But yeah, 20 plus minutes of non-stop athleticism. And here's the thing, that's one of the shorter matches I have. If we're talking a primetime match, like a main event, on average you're looking 30 to 45 minutes. But for now, I am going to raid someone. And I actually haven't raided this person in a long time. Okay. Thank you, my friends, for watching me, as always. We'll be doing this next week on Thursday. Hopefully CJ will be back, but who knows. But for now, next time you'll see me is Sunday. We'll play more Mega Strikers. I don't really have any plans for that. I have left a couple of like open invitations. And again, I don't want to think about it. That has something to do with like why I was a little absent today. God. People are annoying. But anyway, no bad juju. I enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you on Sunday. Peace!